The return of Serie A came about following full consultation with club officials, players, coaches, the Italian government and the police. At the heart of how to ensure a safe resumption was the advice of the medical community.
I've always said that the restart of the season is more like an extended World Cup. A little more intense. For club doctors like myself, it's a new challenge. Try to lower the rate of injuries, especially muscle injuries. With so many matches so close together, it's a challenge that we must win, like the one against COVID-19. Talking about football today is a small miracle. Looking back 3 months, it was a mere dream restarting the season. If we remember what the figures were and the curve of the pandemic, in March it was impossible to even think about football.
Leading Italian football's medical response is Dr. Gianni Nanni, medical advisor to Lega Serie A, who set out the procedures for the season restart.
Ci sarà uno scambio di certificazioni da parte dei
club doctors will exchange certificates, one for the home team and one for the visiting team. They will confirm that all individuals in the team who come into the stadium, so not only the players and the coaches, but also the kitmen, the physiotherapists, the team managers who are part of the group that enters the stadium, have carried out all the checks provided for in the protocol. Both the swabs and the serological tests, covering the period precisely defined in the protocol.
La squadra che entra a fare il riscaldamento.
When a team comes out for the warm-up, they do so alone. Then the other team comes out, and then the referee. They're all staggered entrances, a few minutes from each other, just to try to avoid contact as much as possible. Of course, as far as out on the pitch is concerned, we cannot ask for distancing or non-contact. But it's also true that any close contact between the players at the end of the game has been calculated to be only a few minutes long. So when it comes down to it, it cannot be considered risky contact.
Such a lengthy layoff, an element that no club will underestimate is player well-being, both physical and psychological.
A
player who's been self-isolating, certainly from a psychological point of view, has suffered a lot. In terms of fitness, we can certainly say at home and in a private garden, you cannot have the workouts with an intensity and a volume of work that you can do on the pitch. This is obvious. However, it was this athletic work that kept the car ticking over at a sufficient speed to be able to resume. So now, after 4 weeks of collective training and 2 weeks of individual work, athletic workouts on the training pitch, they're getting in shape. From the point of view of injuries, of course, playing 3 games a week means greatly increasing the probability of suffering injuries, especially from the point of view of muscle injuries, and especially for muscle groups such as flexors and hamstrings, which are obviously of high risk in football, as in many other sports.
Physical attributes will also play a vital role on how players recover.
Certainly the explosive footballer, who has many white fibres in his muscles, is the one who risks a little more from a muscular point of view. Let's say that a player who has greater stamina is obviously the one who will suffer the least from such constant effort. The fact that 5 substitutions will be available will help our efforts somewhat in the prevention of injuries. The whistle for kickoff will be very exciting, but just as exciting will be the final whistle, because if the season ends by completing all the matches, it means that all the components have worked well, and above all, the doctors have done their job very well.